welcome to our chemistry class. So in this video we are going to start our next and last chapter of this syllabus, that is air and atmosphere. So we start with the topic composition of air. So let's start with composition of air. So we learned in the previous classes that air is a mixture of gases. Here is a term, that is mixture. Mixture means air contain many gases. So in this pie diagram we will see that which gas is present in which amount. So in this diagram, this blue color indicates the presence of nitrogen. So in air, nitrogen is present 78%. So this is the major component of our air, that it contains 78% of nitrogen, then 21% of oxygen, then 0.16% of other gases, and 0.9% of argon, and 0.04% of carbon dioxide. So these gases are present in this amount. So we can say that air is a mixture of gases. So along with these gases, air also contains water vapors, and these water vapors are vary from place to place and from time to time. Also we can say that the concentration of the components of air is not fixed, it varies from place to place, and there is no formula for air, it is a mixture. So we start with nitrogen. Nitrogen is a major gas that is present in our air. So the composition of air was first studied by Antoine Lavoisier. Antoine Lavoisier discovered the nitrogen. In an experiment, he found that 1/5 of the air was very reactive, but rest of the air was inert, and that is called the azote, means inactive. That gas is nitrogen gas, means nitrogen is not that much reactive. So later, after Antoine Lavoisier, Daniel Rutherford discovered that air contains 78% of inactive gas, that is called the nitrogen gas, and it is found in the free state. So what are the uses of this nitrogen? This is used to make proteins. This does not support combustion. Then it is very essential for the growth of plants and animals. So animals get nitrogen in the form of nitrates. So what is the formula of nitrates? Nitrates formula is NO3 negative. So this is the formula of nitrates. Next we will see the preparation of nitrogen. So first method is air is compressed to several times the atmospheric pressure and allowed it to expand through a small hole. So firstly, air is compressed several times, then it passes through a small hole. Why it passes through a small hole? Because when air is compressed, it becomes heated. So by passing the small hole, it becomes cool. So when it reaches to -50 degrees Celsius, then nitrogen becomes liquefied and it is collected in the another container. So in this method we prepare nitrogen gas. So in laboratory we also prepare nitrogen. So for this what we have to do? By passing the purified air through the heated copper metal. Look at this reaction. So in this copper metal reacts with purified air. Air contains oxygen and nitrogen. So when it reacts with oxygen and nitrogen, copper combines with oxygen and it will form copper oxide and leaving the pure nitrogen as a product. Next we will do the uses of nitrogen. So mainly the nitrogen is used for the preparation of ammonia. And what is ammonia? Ammonia is NH3, means one nitrogen when combines with 3 hydrogen atoms, they will form ammonia, and by Haber-Bosch process. So this is a process which is used for the formation of ammonia, and in this process nitrogen and hydrogen in the ratio 1:3, means one nitrogen combines with 3 hydrogen atom and at a atmospheric pressure 200 to 300 and at a temperature 300 degrees Celsius and in the presence of iron. Here iron is a catalyst and there is a formation of a liquid ammonia. So, this is the reaction. Here 1:3 nitrogen and hydrogen combines at a temperature 300 to 450 degrees Celsius and 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure and there is a formation of a ammonia. So, this is the setup for Haber-Bosch process. So, firstly nitrogen and hydrogen in the ratio of 1:3 means 1 ratio nitrogen and 3 ratio of hydrogen gas is passes through this chamber. This is the compressor. Here these gases are compressed and heated, then after that they passes through this catalyst chamber. Why it is a catalyst chamber? Because here iron rods are present and iron here is act as a catalyst, means it speed up the reaction but does not take part in the chemical reaction. And here is the reaction takes place, that is nitrogen combines with hydrogen and there is a formation of ammonia. But in this chamber only 1% of ammonia is formed, rest 99% of nitrogen and hydrogen gases are left. So, they passes through this chamber and after that they are passes through the cooling chamber. And here only the ammonia is liquefied and rest of the nitrogen and hydrogen gases are not liquefied and they will again passes through the catalyst chamber where the reaction takes place again and there is a formation of ammonia, and when the ammonia passes through the cooling chamber then after that it gets liquefied and collected in the another container, but nitrogen and hydrogen gases are again passes through the catalyst chamber where the reaction takes place. So, by this process we form the ammonia. So, the ammonia formed in this process is used as a nitrogenous fertilizers such as ammonium sulfate, ammonium phosphate and urea, means ammonia having great function in agriculture field. So, next use of nitrogen is it is used to make calcium cyanamide, which is a raw material for the urea production. Then it is used to make explosives like TNT. TNT means trinitrotoluene. Then nitroglycerin and nitrocellulose, means nitrogen is also used to make explosives like bombs. Okay. Next use is it is used for making azo dyes in the textile industries, means it is used for the coloring of cloths also. Next, many medicines including antibiotics contain nitro compounds. So, in medicines nitrogen is also used. So, its next use is it is used as a food preservation because it keeps the packed food fresh. So, this is the another use of nitrogen. Next one is it is used as a coolant in refrigerator. So, in refrigerator it acts as a coolant. It also maintains the oxygen carbon dioxide balance in the atmosphere. Then it provides the nutrients for the plants in the form of nitrates through a process called the nitrogen fixation. So, in nitrogen fixation where we cannot use the nitrogen directly, where we convert the nitrogen in the usable form. So, here the nitrate form is the usable form because it provides the nutrients for the plants. Then it is essential constituents of protein.